The topic today is shaping and covering 3D cookies. Let's move into the first part of the agenda, which is formulating dough for 3D baking. We are moving into shaping the dough. Those are the four types we're going to cover. Molding, embossing, and modeling I more often use for embellishments on 3D projects, and contouring. The focus today will be on contouring, which is creating some of those hemispheres and half cylinders that you saw earlier and then piecing them together. So these are all contoured cookies on this side, and these are a combination of molded and embossed and modeled on this side. So I'm just going to pack it in. Get it as close to the edge as I can without going over. So my first step in embossing is always to roll the dough as thin as possible because I'm going to... Now, I could bake it like this and end up with a flat piece like this, or I can move directly to shaping it. Let's do that. Okay, so here's the tube I want roughly. Then the next thing I did was I bound it, as I said, with parchment paper. I want to show you how I would create a piece like this. This is what I call a domed ring. This particular project is 2 cylinders at the bottom, very shallow cylinders joined together, a hemisphere, and then what I'm calling a domed ring. Give myself a little bit extra to handle, but I'll cut that off later. I'm going to lift it up and just lay it on my cylinder, like so. And that's going to go in this rest and then in the oven. We'll be talking about 9 different ways to cover cookies with a focus on covering contoured cookies. The other technique I often use on textured pieces is what I call sponging. I don't have this technique listed on the agenda. It's the process of making, again, a paint and then sponging it on. I use these little dauber brushes.